Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe in, imagine breathing in a resourceful feeling of relaxation. And as you exhale, just give permission to yourself to release feelings of tension or stress in your outward breath. So much so that if it's safe to do so, allow your eyelids to close. And as you breathe in and breathe out, notice that as you release tension, you're able to activate wonderful, deep feelings of relaxation, enabling you to go deeper and deeper relaxed just by breathing in and breathing out. As your body relaxes, your imagination becomes more active, like you're awakening your imagination. And I want you to use the power of your imagination to imagine that you're on a boat in the Caribbean Sea. And I want you to use the power of your imagination to imagine that you're about to go scuba diving in the warm Caribbean waters. And you're searching for pearls there at the bottom of the sea. You could imagine the blueness of the sky, the warmth of the sun on your skin, the gentle rocking of the boat. And maybe you know how to scuba dive and maybe you don't, but this isn't reality. This is simply your imagination. And sometimes in dreams you can imagine flying, and yet you can't fly. So here in your imagination you can imagine scuba diving down below the surface of the water, looking for precious pearls. And because this is your imagination, I want you to accept the suggestion that each pearl that you discover is a pearl of wisdom. Wisdom that relates to universal laws of money and wealth and fulfillment. And like anything in life, you can take what you desire and leave behind anything that isn't useful. So some of these pearls of wisdom might be so valuable to you that you might imagine placing them in a small satchel attached to your belt. But anything not useful, anything your unconscious mind feels that won't help improve the quality of your life, you can recognize the pearl of wisdom, even appreciate it, and yet still decide to leave it there on the ocean floor. Breathe in and breathe out, and then imagine putting the mask over your eyes and starting to breathe the oxygen from the oxygen tank rather from the air, and get a sense that you are safe and that you can breathe just as deeply as you would above the surface of the water, as you then imagine falling backwards from the side of the boat into the water. And for a while you just appreciate the beauty maybe of a coral reef, maybe the bright colors of unique or rare fish. But I want you to imagine swimming to a part of the seabed where there are lots of oysters. Some of the oysters are closed and some of them are open, the remains of oysters that have long since passed. And some of these oyster shells will contain precious pearls, each pearl representing a pearl of wisdom. If your unconscious mind feels that it would like to integrate that pearl of wisdom into your beliefs or thoughts, imagine taking that pearl and putting it into a small bag or pocket attached to your belt. Take what you need and leave what you don't. As you start swimming there on the bottom of the seabed, I want you to notice your first pearl. The first pearl represents the wisdom that wealth is not just about accumulating money. It's about creating value and making a positive impact on society. And if you feel that's a useful thing to believe, then pick up the pearl and imagine placing it in that small bag or pocket, and if not, leave it behind and continue to swim until you see another beautiful, valuable pearl. And this pearl represents the idea to focus on providing solutions and fulfilling the needs, as wealth naturally follows those who create value for others. Many people worry about creating wealth because they feel it's taking, not giving. But if you feel it would be useful to really believe that wealth is a reflection of the value you create for other people, then pick up that pearl and put it in that bag. And then you see the third pearl. The pearl to embrace a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity, recognizing that there are endless opportunities to create wealth. If it's useful, take it. If it isn't, leave it behind. And then you notice that almost every oyster shell contains a pearl. And I will provide you with a statement that represents a pearl of wisdom, and whenever your unconscious mind feels that that would be useful to believe or to integrate, just imagine picking it up and placing it in the bag attached to your belt. Strive for financial independence, allowing you to have more control over your life so that you can pursue your passions. Invest in yourself through continuous learning and personal development, as your knowledge and skills, as well as your mindset, are your greatest assets. Be proactive in seeking opportunities and taking calculated risks, as fortune favors the bold. Cultivate a strong work ethic and embrace the concept of delayed gratification, understanding that consistent effort and discipline lead to long-term success. Maybe you've already taken some of these pearls, or maybe you've left one or two behind. You choose what you keep and what you leave, You may to take every single one, and that's fine as well. Diversify your income streams to minimize risk and create multiple avenues for wealth accumulation. Build and maintain a strong network of like-minded individuals who can support and inspire your wealth-building journey. Practice gratitude for what you have while maintaining a mindset of growth and expansion. Avoid excessive debt and manage your finances wisely, understanding the difference between good debt like investments and bad debt like what you may spend on a credit card to have something that won't last very long, like a meal or a holiday. Develop the ability to think long-term and make those decisions that really align with your financial goals. And then you see a sparkling pearl. Give back to society and support charitable causes, as true wealth is not just measured in monetary terms, but also in the positive impact you make. Embrace the power of compounding. By investing early and consistently, allowing your wealth to grow exponentially over time. Remain adaptable and open to change, as the economic landscape is constantly evolving and new opportunities may arise. And if you do invest, then stay informed about financial trends and market conditions related to those investments, empowering yourself to make informed decisions. Swim further, perhaps, into a rarer part of the reef, the seabed, as there are 4 remaining pearls of wisdom there on the seafloor. Manage your emotions when it comes to money, avoiding impulsive decisions based on fear or greed. Balance your financial goals with enjoying life and spending time with loved ones, recognizing that true wealth encompasses all aspects of well-being, including health. Just 2 pearls remaining, and you can take them or leave them, but feel the weight of all the pearls you've already collected. Wisdom that your unconscious mind will integrate into your mindset and belief systems, increasing the probability that you integrate these thoughts and beliefs into ideas and decisions. And you look at that second to remaining pearl there on the seabed. Focus on creating multiple streams of passive income that can generate wealth even when you're not actively working. If you like it, take it. If you don't, leave it behind. And then the final pearl. Remember that true wealth is not just about what you accumulate, but also about the legacy you leave behind. Making a positive difference in the lives of others and creating a better world for future generations. If that's a helpful pearl of wisdom, place it in that small bag on your belt. And it's time to swim back up to the boat, back up to the surface, but you leave the water with valuable pearls of wisdom that your unconscious mind will start to integrate into your life, into your way of thinking, increasing the probability that you gravitate towards your financial goals, creating a powerful force to generate more wealth and financial security and abundance in your life. Feel yourself coming up to the surface, lifting your head above the water, taking off your mask, breathing normal air rather than the oxygen in the tank, and climb back up onto the boat. Imagine you dry yourself and imagine you're back on land, but not just anywhere on land, back in wherever you're listening to me right now, and just imagine that there are pearls in a small bag, and imagine them being spilt out in front of you, maybe on a table, maybe on a bed, maybe on something nearby. And I want you to get a sense that you now have lots of additional wisdom that you didn't have before, or maybe you had it and this is a reminder of wisdom that was already there. And accept the suggestion that with all this wisdom, there is a cause and effect relationship that means that with this additional wisdom, you can make subtly different choices, change what your goals are, and feel like there is now additional probabilities, likelihoods, and just a cause and effect relationship to increase the chances of your future being filled with health, wealth, and happiness. Imagine feeling the pearls in your fingers and realizing that wisdom is more valuable than pearls. Pearls can be lost, but you can't forget true wisdom once it's fully integrated into how you see the world. I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Just wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Feel like you're integrating fully in this moment, in this time, as very soon I count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. You will awaken feeling resourceful, motivated, enthusiastic and optimistic about a future of wealth that is gravitating towards you. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.